Yep.
So yeah, like I think that just people having kids and just seeing kids, being raised up, is beautiful. Like I just, would love to look back at my life and see how I was when I was, what I'm saying, when I was like seeing myself in the view, like is on TV.
Yeah.
Like our family didn't have those, that the access to like technology. Most parents, growing up, in our lives, that they had video cameras. I wish that my mom, we had pictures and stuff like that. Sometimes, but like just to have like a video of me when I was like 5 years old or 6 years old, just to see me like how I remember I have like little clips of myself that I can see myself and like, damn, I remember that time I was walking down the street with my cousin and blah blah blah, you know what I'm saying, and see that. But like it's just it's just beautiful.
Yeah,
it's a beautiful thing,
sure.
you know what I'm saying, and it's like to have people understand that this is what they choosing to do, bring life into this world, you know what I'm saying.
For sure. I mean, most definitely still like scary times, but it's always beautiful to bring life.
Right. So I'm gonna ask you a question that I'm pretty sure all our viewers are asking, like, what's been going on with you, bro? Like, like you've been like a couple of episodes that you've been out there, you know what I'm saying? I know what you've been going on, but like, you know what I'm saying? Like I'm pretty sure everybody else is asking the same questions, you know what I'm saying?
A lot of good things been going well, been going my way. A lot of blessings, you know what I'm saying? Career wise, making some big moves in my career. Opportunities presenting itself.
Right.
Like I said, family, being able to, be in more touch with my family since I've been away from them for years.
That's important.
About to finally see my mom after 2 years next week for her birthday.
Wow, that's gonna be amazing, bro.
Yeah, I can't wait,
that's
man.
Crazy.
I can't wait. So, I got a whole weekend, a whole itinerary, planned for her. So
yeah, my mom don't even show up, bro. my mom's scared of flying and stuff.
For real?
Like, yeah, she's very pretty. Like she wanted me to come out there and then fly back with her and fly back with her, drop her off and come back. I'm like, bro, we ain't rich like that.
But if you going, but the thing is, it's like, okay, if you're willing to get on the plane, if you're there,
right,
if with her, then you should be able to get on the plane. Then
I'd always drop this on her. I say, it's Jesus, you got your back. You know what I'm saying? That's what you've been told me all the time. Trusting God and God got you. You feel me?
No, but the worst advice I ever got from a friend for flying was that, hey man, he was like, shit, hey, we all got a time. He's like, if it's your time to go, shit, it's your time to go. That's not the time I want to go at. That is not how I want to go.
That's not how I want to go.
Hell no.
Like,
I mean, just oh my God.
But before we took a break, I was going to ask you. You know, what I'm saying, we talk about like Mother Nature, right?
Yeah.
So I mean, like I said that I think that the creator is a woman,
right?
And I want to elaborate on that. You know what I'm saying? I mean, like, hey, we freestyling today, right?
I mean, yeah.
So I just want to elaborate on this. Everybody don't agree with this, but you know what I'm saying?
These aren't facts. It's just opinions.
Basically, yeah. It's my truth though. You know what I'm saying? Not be your truth or no one else's truth, but this is my truth, right?
Okay.
Think about it like this, right? If a woman was the creator of all things, right? Where do we learn most of our love from? Our mothers, right? It's even more deep when your father shows it. It's more meaningfully. Yeah. It's being meaningful when your father shows that type of love. You feel me?
So, almost like an enhancement,
right? Because your mom is like, you expect that love.
It's like
from your
she's
mama,
there,
right?
Like she has to be there. She's obligated.
There. Exactly. A dad, you know what I'm saying? Like most of us grew up with, no dads in our lives, right? So we just don't know that type of father love like most people do. You know what I'm saying? Like, and again, we're not here to bash race and stuff like that, but yeah, you know what I'm saying? Some white people has a mother and father grew up in their homes. You know what I'm saying? Which black people didn't have that. Father, because the agenda that society has put to take the black man out of the the homes, you know what I'm saying, and let single mothers raise boys. And we said this in our last segment that it's impossible for a woman to raise a boy to become a man. You know what I'm saying? She don't know what it takes to be a man. You know what I'm saying? She's a woman, right? So I mean, I'm not saying that she can't raise us, but you know what I'm saying, that it's gonna be difficult
because there's most definitely pros to it because I mean, you got to think about the men that do grow up without fathers. They usually turn to the streets, right?
That's what I mean.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Getting into gangs and shit like
because
that.
you're looking for that father figure.
Yeah.
In these older, older people.
So with that being said, just coming from a single household with a mother, it's a lot of pros that go into that as far as like, if you want to break that generational curse, as far as growing up, you grew up without a father, but you see yourself one day having a spouse or wife and having a family and becoming a father one day. I feel like the pros to being raised by a mother, by a woman, you would know how to respect and nurture a relationship when you're ready for one,
right? Because
you will know how to treat a woman.
I think that. And the opposite, the flip side of that, right? Most men don't know how to be, in a healthy relationship because they never seen a father, love their mother.
That's true.
Right?
True.
And then you hear all the garbage the mothers talks about the fathers, saying the deadbeat fathers, and she's trashing your father. So you thinking like, man, I got to be the man of the house now.
Yeah.
Right? At a young age, we learned, we had to be, the support of the house. Especially me being a son of got four sisters and a mother. I had no father figure in my life, right?
Yeah.
So I was a little big brother. You know what I'm saying? And so my sisters them, in some way looked up to me. I'm the only one that graduated from high school, only one that got a college degree, and nobody in my family did that because I felt that I had to be the one that I wanted to make my mom proud.
Yeah. See, I want to take a athlete's statistic.
Yeah.
As far as growing up with with a 2-parent household or a single parent household. Like, you look at the greats, what I'm saying? I mean, obviously MJ had a 2-parent household, but unfortunately he lost his father during his pro career.
Yeah.
LeBron,
some Illuminati shit.
That's what they say for sure.
Go ahead.
That's another conversation. But Kobe had his father in his life, and just speaking on greats. But you had also guys like if I got it right, I believe Iverson, LeBron, for sure. Single mother households, and look what they became.
Oh yeah.
Great fathers, great husbands.
Tatum.
Yeah, Tatum, single. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, just looking at that, it's like
I feel like benefit from that sometimes.
I feel like this, what I just expressed as far as a man learning how to is I feel like it's more of that versus the other side.
And that's the thing I wanted to talk about too, about when you brought that up, that that's a good topic to communicate about, because I think that if you truly look at it, a lot of great athletes came from single moms.
Yeah.
Oh, they get up there on that podium when they get accepted, to their draft pick. I think my mother,
KD.
Yeah, man, they stood up for it, right?
Yeah.
But at the downfall of it, if we do a deep research on them, we see the bad part about it. We're raised by not having dad in the house, because most of them guys are not married, or they having broken relationships. And then trust issues are really play a part in it, right? Because you don't know if that woman out there just for your money. You don't have a father like MJ's father was very invested in his career, very invested in him and keeping him grounded. But his mother was the one that was the backbone of it all. You know what I'm saying?
It's you can
Jordan didn't play, bro.
You can really say that Jordan would have been okay even if it was just his mother.
Exactly. I mean, it's really true, and that's why I think a mother plays a valuable role in our lives as men, right? I mean, like I don't know. I don't have any friends. You may do, but I know I have friends that was raised single fathers. I know I have friends like that.
I do.
Okay. And I think that is important, but at the same time, you can see it depends on the father and how his upbringing was, right? To communicate that to his son, to break that curse, right? Because why your father's single? You know what I'm saying? Is it because he's a widow? You know what I'm saying? From his wife dying, or he's
And that's the beautiful part about my friendships, because the friendships that I've nurtured and have now since teenagers. 2 of them lost their mother and was raised by their fathers. and one of them came from a 2-parent household, but was given that tough love to learn how to get out there. They taught him how to get out there and work hard for what you supposed to get. And I also have another friend, you know, the one that just had the baby, that I did, just being raised by females.
Right.
So, you know, I have the dynamics of all.
So I didn't know that.
Yeah.
So you raised by a single mother?
Yeah, my mother and my grandmother. But my dad was
plays a role.
Yeah, he was, you know what I'm saying? I saw what it was like. You know, I know what.
So it's like having, you know, your dad was just absent. It's just a relationship didn't work out.
It was a broken home, most definitely.
And so when you know, because you spent some time with your father. Yeah, right?
he was present, but it was a broken home.
You see, unlike me, I was raised by my mom married one time, right? And that lasted by a good year probably, you know what I'm saying? But you know, I never knew my dad until his deathbed. You know what I'm saying? Like my dad died in prison. You know what I'm saying? He was gonna spend the rest of his life in prison for, you know, a crime, you know, murder that he committed. So like me seeing my dad on his deathbed, you know what I'm saying? I'd never, you know, the question I had in my mind to ask him, like, where the hell you been my whole life? You know what I'm saying? And why didn't you want to come see me before you got locked up? You know what I'm saying? Like I want to say I was probably like 10, 11 years old. My dad got locked up. So that's a good 10, 11 years I had never.
So did your mom like shield you or protect you from seeing that side as far as wanting to take you to go see him?
I don't think the situation. I think that, you know, as older I got, the research I did, you know, what happened to him. It was that, you know, it was a you know, spare time and moment. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't something that he does every day. You know what I'm saying? It was they robbed a gambling house. And, you know, shit went sideways. And my dad ended up shooting a guy, you know, and killing him. Yeah. So it was just that to me is like knowing that out, you know, and again, we talked about this, you know, earlier, that, you know, it's some things in my life that, you know, I want to talk about, but I think people getting their feelings hurt about it, right? Because my mom said that she didn't guard, you know, that she wasn't keeping me from my dad, right? And just he never showed up. You feel me? Like, I think because of what I learned from his mom, my grandma, she said that he didn't want me to see that part of him, right? And to me, it's like you did more damage not being in my life than you are, you know, trying to prevent me from seeing the lifestyle you were living.
Instead of trying to understand, like, it probably would have helped you more if you're able to like understand.
Right. So I give no credit to nobody in my life. You know what I'm saying? Like I was raised to, you know, go get it. You know what I'm saying? Like, it ain't shit gonna come to you easy. So go get it. Not take it, go get it. And work hard for it. You know what I'm saying? And that's what I did. You know what I'm saying? So I give no credit to anyone in my life. And I know that's gonna hurt some people's feelings, but that's the truth. You feel me? So I think, like you said, the athletes and stuff, like I was very athletic. You know what I'm saying? But my mom was never supportive of that. You feel me?
So you ain't really had that drive to like keep going with it.
Well, my coaches did. My coaches were like my father figures.
Yeah, I mean, but that's what most coaches. Exactly. I just came across a post with a coach celebrating a touchdown with one of his players. Exactly. And just the relationship and bond that a man just coaching you, you know, have with those young boys is it's a father. It turns into a father figure because it's like, okay, I'm spending 6-7 hours, 4 to 5 hours out there because you got to go to school, and then after school, because I grew up playing Little League, right? So after school, I'm straight to practice. Exactly. So I'm straight to practice for about 4 or 5 hours. So it's like you're growing a bond with men and with men that you don't typically see in your household. Exactly. You know what I'm saying? From Monday through Friday. Exactly. And then you seeing them on a Saturday or a Sunday to play a football game, to perform the things that they taught you and showed you. Facts. And that just brings joy to them. Absolutely. You know what I'm saying? And seeing that brings joy to them, being proud of you doing that shit. you just become like attached like this.
Even the ones that do have fathers in their figures, the coach is always there.
Hell
to
yeah.
fill in the gaps where their father has to go to work and support, provide family support to the family,
Most
right?
definitely.
So he can't be at every game all the time, right? So he was there being the gap filler of your the gaps that your father wasn't in, right?
Yeah.
Like my friend has 2 sons, right? And I was their coaches, also their barber. You know what I'm saying? But I filled in the gap where their father, was absent at.
Yeah.
I mean, she'll call me like, hey, can you take them to the games? You know what I'm saying? Pick them up and take them to the games. And they both came from mother and father relationships, you know what I'm saying? But it was just, I know a role I played in their lives.
Type shit.
Right? So that's what I mean. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, we, as men, I think we put on a bunch of hats. We wear a bunch of hats in this world, right?
Yeah.
And I think it's enlightening when you see that. Because we just talked about Mother Nature, right? And how, the creator was a woman. That's why I think that's why I say that. I believe that the creator was a woman, because look, it's the way the love was spread to all mankind.
Yeah.
Right? Only a woman can do that, bro. Only a mother can, like your mother was your friend's mother as well. So it was sometimes, you're saying they had to, she gave them advice about their mother. Would give them advice. Mothers play a big role in our lives, right?
That's true.
And it's just funny how, really how things play out, you know what I'm saying? Like, it really does. Like, I mean, I used to, JD, like, I used to get really upset about my past, like my upbringing. I wish I, think people could did better by me, you feel me?
Yeah.
But at the same time, when I got older, I started to reflect on my past. I'm like, shit, I had a good life, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like, with the hand I was dealt as a kid, like, here it is. Since you're mad, I'm gonna give you some props. You know what I'm saying? Thank the universe that my mom was the type of mother she was. You know what I'm saying? She raised us the best way she could, right? And she provided for us the best way she could. And she kept us from the streets the best way she could, right? Yeah. Unlike me, you know what I'm saying, being involved in gang relativity stuff and, you know what I'm saying, and doing things out there running the streets, she tried her best to keep me away from that, right? But without a father in my life, it's hard to do that. Yeah. You feel me? So
I mean, it's crazy because like if it wasn't for sports, I would have probably got into that.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? Because
your mom knew that though.
My mom.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying?
Mothers know. They have that intuition. Mothers know, man. They know about their kids. They know about their children. Right? And even things that you don't even pay attention to that you didn't worry about because you shouldn't worry about because you're just a child, right? That's what they tell you. Don't worry about you're a child. Stay in a child's place and worry about child things. I'm taking care of this. And when you go back and reflect on that, it's like, wow. Rub them together and make $1. My mom made it happen.
Hell yeah.
Right? So I'll give my mom props when props is due, you know what I'm saying? At the same time, like what would our lives be if we did have a father in our lives? You know what I'm saying? How I don't know. You know what I'm saying? Like I sit back and I watch me. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, I'm a second divorcee, you know what I'm saying? This is my third marriage. But like, you know what I'm saying? Like my kids always came first, bro. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like I wasn't the best father figure, meaning like I didn't know how to be a father. You know what I'm saying? Because I never seen that. So I think I did a great job just being loyal and being there when my kids need me the most. You know what I'm saying? Like I didn't know how to have a conversation with kids. I didn't know what to, how to, talk to them or, give them the nourishment because I never had that.
Yeah. Do you think too, I just got a question, not to dive too deep into it because I feel like my mom had relationships, when we were kids, exactly. but she really didn't show them. Like we knew who they were, but it was only so much that she actually like exposed to them. Us. Just knowing like, hey, okay, this is my mom's boyfriend, but it's like, I don't really know nothing much. He comes over time to time. Exactly. Sometimes he'll spend the night, but when we wake up, he's not there.
He's not there.
You know what I'm saying? So I just wanted to ask you, like, do you think even also like whether it was your biological father or if it was a potential stepfather, that you never had, as far as like, do you think it was some type of sort of like form of love with your mom even protecting y'all from like when if she was dating and it didn't work out, it was because she put y'all first?
Yeah, man, you open up some wounds, bro. But like, let me put it like this. My mom had one boyfriend that I remember named, Sam, right? Mm-hmm. And Sam used to come get me. He was big in bike biking.
Okay.
It's souped up, nice 10 speed and stuff like that. And so he gave me he bought me my first bike. He was come get me. And this dude would ride for miles, bro.
Damn.
Like he was training for the damn, you know what I'm saying? Training for that Olympics type stuff, you know what I'm saying? So I was like, but it was some of the mans that my mom did bring in our lives, you know what I'm saying, was there for me, knowing that I didn't have a father and stepped in those shoes. My sister and father, I'm named after him. You know what I'm saying? So like, but I really didn't. He was in a different city. So, but when he did come to see them, he visited me and stuff. And he would take me out and take me places.
Okay.
But there's another guy. He was he liked he's him and my aunt used to date. Right, and it was crazy. His name was also Sam, and he used to come pick me up, bro. But and I blamed my mom for a long time because I thought it was her. Because one time I was waiting for him and he never showed up. And I was sitting at the window waiting for him to, show up. You know what I'm saying? Every car went past and I'm like, oh, okay. No, that's not him. And I remember, and that's why I said you digging deep, because that was part of why I became, afraid of, abandonment. Having been abandoned. You know what I'm saying? Because like most us growing up with our fathers and stuff, people promise you things, men promise you things and don't come through with it. Yeah. You feel like, damn, man, these guys are no good. You know what I'm saying? Like, and why is my mom not with this man anymore? Is it, my fault? Because, you know what I'm saying? Like, you as a child, you just don't know. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? And we were sheltered as children, not being your family, your mama's business. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? And she sheltered you from that. But at the same time, like, I know a lot of that stuff is the reason why, my life was so messed up, you know what I'm saying? Because not having that father figure in my life, you know what I'm saying? And I wasn't allowed to run rampant, you know what I'm saying? Like, my mom was very strict on me, you know what I'm saying? And she called it her protection of her children, you know what I'm saying? But like, a lot of things I couldn't do, other kids could do, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. And like I played baseball, right? And I'm serious about this. My whole career, my mom only came to one game, bro. You know what I'm saying? And I made all-stars.
Damn.
I done all the stuff.
You was lit like that?
Yeah. And it's like, they're come to my mom's house, coaches would, like from different sides of, the river. Because we're divided by the Fox River. So the west side and east side. So the east side is where, prominent white people live, the richer people live. We lived on the west side where, where the goons was at. Yeah. And so our teams was with the brand new outfits we had. I played baseball since I was little, bro. Like, since I was 9 years old. And I remember the time the coaches come like, hey, we want your son to play for me. And there was different coaches coming. Well, I can't drive him over there to the other side of the city. Or I can't do that for him. Oh, we'll come get him. And they did, bro. They used to come get me. You know what I'm saying? Coaches pull up, you know what I'm saying? Beep, beep. I go out there in my uniform, get in their car, drive me to practice, come get me for games. And then the other players' moms and dads would, cuff me up and, do things. I played in every All-Star since I was 9 till a freshman in high school.
Damn.
You know what I'm saying? The starting pitcher in those.
Nah, like, for real, bro. You had an arm?
Beast, bro. Like, I'm talking you remember Kane County Cougars was our semi-pro league. Really? When my coaches played for Kane County Cougars, he was like my pitching coach. Okay. So he came down and taught me how to do different pitches and different stands, before kids were learning stuff. He was like, I was getting, trained by a pro, you know what I'm saying? And I took pride in that. Nobody else in my family did. You know what I'm saying? I don't think anybody knew how good I was. Just based off the conversation, coaches or people say about, man, David's a beast, bro. You know what I'm saying? David's really good. But in high school, it's just like, again, I was not picked to be a starter pitcher or be a pitcher all. He tried to put me in a different position, and because his son was a pitcher, the coach's son in high school, our high school coach's son was the pitcher, and he wanted me to take that place. So I didn't play high school. I played summer league throughout all my high school. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? And I enjoyed that. You know what I'm saying?
I think that's seriously more exposure though.
Yeah, it was. Like I said, like even through them years, I was still, all-stars. We were traveling league, going to different states and stuff like that.
You travel. That's what I'm saying.
So it is what it is. You see what I'm saying? Like, but like I don't have anything to show for that because my mom didn't show up with no cameras and I didn't have pictures. You know what I'm saying? So it's all my memories. I'm pretty sure the other families got pictures of me. You feel me? And like wonder what happened to that guy. You know what I'm saying? Right. And that's what I mean. Like it's
damn lost files.
You see what I'm saying?
Damn.
And that's the downside of being, being growing up in the city we were growing up in. You know what I'm saying? We grew up in, because parents have a lot to be afford the equipment and the technology that some parents did. You know what I'm saying? And it's really like, I mean, I got pictures of me when I was little, but there's few of them. You know what I'm saying? Like, and then you look at our kids, all the phones cover your damn kids' picture.
I know, bro.
So it's like,
just imagine like
right?
if we did have the type of technology.
Let's think how that would have, changed our perspective of life.
Mm-hmm.
To see that, where we came from, because all we have is memories, right?
Yeah.
And majority of the memories from where we came from is like bad memories, right?
Dude, my mom still to this day, like randomly, she would just like send me like random pictures of like me when I was a child.
Yeah.
Like she just like be finding them somewhere in a vault
crazy.
somewhere, and just like, yeah, I think the last picture that she just sent me was when